This is all of our challenge in industry right now, is that we've got this 17 to 22, 23-year-old demographic of employees that is the next wave of hospitality employees that are the millennials, and their sense of work and work ethic and appropriate interaction with work is so much different than anything I think the country, or if not the world, has ever seen. Getting a personal phone call at work, when I was in restaurants and working in a kitchen, that was the last thing you ever wanted to hear the chef say is, dude, somebody's on the phone for you. It's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then you work your ass off to regain the respect because you just blew it by getting a personal phone call. Now, everybody's so connected, and there's this need to Facebook and text, and you know, if you asked a kid these days to work 6 hours without getting on his social media or her social media, it's like you're asking to walk across burning glass. And some of them are amazing. So somewhere along the line, great parenting, great mentorship, maybe it was a counselor or a relative or a football coach, somebody grabbed a kid's attention and taught them manners, taught them, you know, the things that are very fundamental to successful retail business. But there's another large percentage of that group that is just on a different planet. So as we progress over the next decade in the hospitality industry, it's going to be interesting to see what we all do, how this new band of employee is going to affect our success. You know, because their messaging and their sincerity and their humility comes from a whole different place than what I learned and what we've been preaching, and what a lot of us in our 30s and 40s and 50s learned as we were growing up and working hard in this business, especially the restaurant business. You earned your stripes. These days, these kids expect those stripes to be, you know, that's what they want, that on the first day. Where are my stripes? It's like, man, you don't get them yet, and you may never get them. So it's interesting right now managing employees. Just in the last 6 months, we've started to reevaluate how we're connecting with our employees. We've created a fund within the restaurants that the staff contributes to. Everybody throws $1 in when they can, or $2 when they can. We have it set up that they can do direct deposits off of their paychecks. And it's a fund for when a fellow employee runs into trouble. Somebody loses a digit, somebody blows out a shoulder, somebody takes a dinger over their handlebars, you know, somebody's house burns down, somebody gets in a bad car wreck, somebody runs into trouble. And we as a group are here to help, and it's employee driven, and we created a student council that manages the distribution of that. So that's a great thing that we do. After 3 years, we give our employees gift certificates quarterly to come in. They earn more and more food credit. It's very often that you can walk into any of these restaurants and see other employees, or even that restaurant's employees, hanging out in these stores on their day off. So having the employees love the brand is very powerful for us to continue to talk about, you know, what we're doing, and that carries over to the customers. You know, these restaurants are not big. This town is not gigantic. So when you're a frequent diner of a restaurant and you're in there on a random Tuesday night, and next door to you is 3 people you recognize from the restaurant having a great time and yucking it up and loving it, you're like, wow, man, that is awesome. That guy, I know that guy has worked here for 10 years, and yet on his day off, he's hanging out in here. You know, it says a lot.